Welcome in, everybody, and welcome back for some people. We're bringing back System Saturday. It's been a little bit since we've had one, but it used to be a pretty good show. We used to have a lot of success. We'd find some nice angles, win some money, and people always love shows on the weekend. So, for everybody out there who is new, I'll explain a little bit of what we do here on System Saturday. The the reason for the show or why it is System Saturday is we all like to go have fun, right? Friday night, it's the end of the week. We like to go enjoy ourselves. We maybe not, we maybe might not have as much time to put in the work to cap an entire slate the way we normally do. So, System Saturday, we take a look at the database, rely on them a little bit more, and see what they're showing us and see if some of these systems actually make sense if we can roll with them. So that's what we do here on System Saturday. Um, and just a heads up, I will be doing System Sunday as well. And for tomorrow, I have some really good stuff you do not want to miss. I've already played one. Line's already on the move for one, but all three games tomorrow, I have really good stuff. So make sure you guys come back then. What up, GLB Bets? Good to see you in here. Says love a good system. Let's talk some out. Like I said, tomorrow's a lot better than today, but we do still have some stuff to like for today. And I will start with the game I like a little bit more. Let's go. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. All right, first up, let's see if we can get this on the screen here. We'll go through and see which ones make sense, which ones do not. All right, here we go. Now I'll get this a little smoother as we go. This should be correct. So this is the first one here. You can see it's the Lynx and Valkyries game. And also, let me get that fixed up here. Been a little bit. So Lynx and Valkyries. Or actually, maybe we should take that off so we can see everything. Let me know in the comments if you want me to take it off. How about that? So we'll go here, Lynx and Valkyries, and you guys can see we have a simple trend. It's just looking at a team that scored 50 or more points in the paint in their previous game versus a well-rested opponent. That's what we have here, right? Lynx on 1 day rest, Valkyrie on 5 days of rest with a line of 9.5. It says these games are 75.6% to the over, pretty much saying that the team is in rhythm. They're scoring really easily, really well, and this opponent should be able to score too because they're well rested. That's what the system is pretty much saying. And I'm not sure how much I want to trust this one. I mean, one thing not taken into account, the Lynx also do play tomorrow. These are also two really good defensive teams. So let's see, let's add to the system that they play again tomorrow. And how many instances do we have here? We only have one. It did go over, but only one in the entire database. So I think this is one where I will not necessarily trust the system and maybe move a little bit over to the next one. So let me stop that. Let me come back here to the comment section, see if we had anything there. What up, Ron? Good to see my guy in the chat. Mark A in the building. The usual suspects tuning in. Latino Unicorn reposting the stream. That helps me out a ton. I appreciate that. All the guys rolling in. Appreciate y'all, man. Bobby Production says, yeah, I want to see everything. Ron likes the under in that game. We're going to keep talking about it. We're going to talk about the side and total. I have a lot of systems, and I did make a play on this game, so we'll continue to talk about it. Next one we're going to look at, see if this one makes some sense. And let me get that there. So, boom. There we go. This one is pretty much saying we're looking at home favorites at a rest disadvantage who also have a game the next day. So, like that last game didn't have that qualifier for, front end of a back-to-back. This one does. And it's a little bit of a different story. 13-4 straight up, 10-7 against the spread. They still are able to cover most of these games. Average line 6.8. But they go under. 13-4 to the under, which would be quick math, 76.5%. Average total 157.2. And this one did open at 157.5. It's been pushed down as low as 154.5. This makes a little bit more sense to me. Um, one for the fact that the better team is at home and has the game tomorrow. So what that means to me is, and they're big favorites. What that means to me is, if they come and do their job early, um, they'll save some of that energy in the second half for their game tomorrow. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. And also on top of that, these are two really good defensive teams. So let me pull something else up here on the screen. Let me get this up here and just take a look, because I know it's not the system, but let's see. So we can see here, these are last 5 games for the Valkyries and the Lynx. And shout out to the Money Baller, my guy RC's website. Use this every single day. This is a good addition to System Saturday. I don't think we had this when we used to do it, but when we're don't really have as much time to cap the entire slate, this will definitely help you out. You can see last 5 games, number one, number two defensive rated team, allowing 71.2 points per game, 72.8 points per game. I mean, banking on both of these defenses in this situation makes more sense than the previous system. Neither team really playing with pace here. So this one, that second system makes a little bit more sense to me. Um, let's see here. Yeah, Ron Crawford. I mean, I think it's low for a reason in this game. Like we just said, 71.2, 72 points per game as far as what's allowed the last 5 for both of these teams. Um, I like the under. I do. I don't think it's too low right now. I think it still can sneak underneath that 155 number. Um, now let's take a look at another little system here. Let me just get this straight. My bad, you guys. All right, here we go. So I like the under. I see it coming. I will get to you in a second, GLB best. Let me just get this up here before I get a little bit too distracted. So let's see if we can get this up here. And if you guys have queries, share them just like GLB bets. I'll pull up some, see what we can talk about there. I mean, we're all here trying to help each other. So with this one, it's pretty much saying, you can see it down here on the screen. This system is supposed to say bet on big dogs who are not big dogs in your prior game. You can see here 57.5%, also 58.2% to the over. Bruh, man, hey, Cox, bro, Cox is they're going to get a lengthy, I don't even know how to call it, but I'm about to cuss them out, bro. I'm about to cuss them out. This is the second time this week. I apologize to you guys, but damn, man, I'm getting frustrated with Cox Internet. Um, yeah, let's get back to it. My bad, you guys. And I can't. As soon as I get off this show, I'm blowing them up, bro. They're gonna get some very unkind words. I'll tell you that. All right. So back to what I was saying. I just probably messed it up here. Let me try to get this back up. My bad, you guys. Boom. So present. All right. So we're looking at those big dogs who were not a big dog in the previous game. We added if they won, gets a little bit better. Let's see. I mean, we see the big rest advantage, right? 5 days to one. Let's add that in there. And rest greater than opponent's rest. Gets a little bit better. 63.2% for both the over and the spread. And what else can we say here? I mean, maybe let's look at the big rest advantage. I mean, more than look when they got a lot of rest. Bingo. So this makes it really sweet for ATS. And again, what this is saying is teams who were big dogs in their previous game, or I'm sorry, big dogs who were not big dogs in their previous game. They won that previous game. They have the rest advantage with 4+ days of rest. That says to play on these teams. 12, 4, and 1 ATS, 75% says to back the Valkyries. And I mean, it's hard to look any other way. Valkyries have been feisty. One thing you know is they're going to play hard. You get a full 40 minutes of effort from them. And the rest advantage, especially, makes sense. Not even, I mean, at the same time, we've talked about the Lynx do have a game tomorrow. So the more the game goes on, Lynx could start to pull players and save energy for tomorrow, whereas the Valkyries, they're well rested. They got more rest before the next game. They can go all out here. So I think from a side perspective, this does make sense to back the Valkyries with this system. So let's take a look here. What y'all got here in these comments. I will get back to that GLB bets as well. I just want to get in order of what I have here. Playmaker, appreciate you. Ron Crawford says 86.75 last meeting in Golden State. Line was 11 for a push. Now home only -9. He thinks that's signaling, and he likes Golden State. I can understand. What's good, y'all? Scheme Lindsay says they trying to sabotage now. We cashing. Mark likes the Valkyries first half ATS. CB Miami says guys liking the Valkyries. A lot of people liking the Valkyries. Full game and first half there. I mean, I'll take a look at something really quick. I can look at the first half really just on the money baller. So I will put that back up and see what we have. Last 5 games, Valkyries 3-0-2 in the first half, 4-1 on the full game. Lynx have been a little bit slower out the gate. Lynx are well coached. I mean, they do make adjustments at halftime. Let's look at, let's go a little bit more. 10 games. How about that? 10 games, 6-1-3 ATS for first half, 7-3 full game. Still Lynx covering the full game, a little bumpy in the first half. Could be reason to get in early, but one thing I'll say is the Valkyries are off so much days rest. Like it could go 2 ways. Like they could come out rusty and then catch their rhythm as the game goes on. That's the one thing that makes me hesitate on this. And it's also another reason that makes me like the under. Like if they come out rusty in the beginning and Lynx are playing good defense, and then the second half, Lynx are trying to save energy and Golden State's playing good defense, that makes me think it could stay under. But it has been hitting. I mean, you don't really want to step in front of a train like that. Let's see. I got a couple more systems that we're going to discuss here, and I will get to GLB bets. I'll keep reminding myself of that, but I just want to finish this game at least, or get through the systems I had on this game, and before I do get to that. So next, you got it. We'll get shows on the weekend now. Try to get back in rhythm. I used to do them all the time. Try to keep them going here. Make sure if you subscribe or put the notification on, have some really, like I'm gonna keep saying it, really good stuff for Sunday. I have 3 systems already lined up for each game. So make sure you come back tomorrow. All right, next system that I want to check out here for this game, we're doing our due diligence, make sure we got some good stuff here. Can't just trust them blindly. This says well rested road dogs and their opponent is on 1 day's rest. They don't usually fare too well. 21 and 38 ATS says to fade the Valkyries for this system. Now, one thing this one doesn't take into account, I mean, it does have the rest there, but it does not take into account. Let's put that the Lynx are on the front end of a back to back because it's a big deal. Opponent's next rest equals 0. And we only have 2 instances there. So we kind of got to throw this one away. I feel like we'll throw that one away, and there should be, I think, one more here. No, that was it. So, in conclusion, I mean, I trust the system. Yeah, KC, you got no excuse. You already knew it was a show. Uh, you already knew it was a show. 18 minutes late. I don't want to hear it. But anyway, what makes sense to me is the Lynx have been playing so many games. As from a side perspective, the Lynx have been playing so many games lately. Like, I think this is their 5th game in 7 nights tonight. And the Valkyries are so well rested, and they don't have a game tomorrow. For that reason, I could only really look towards the Valkyries, especially as feisty as they've been. So the reason for me personally not to take the first half is with 5 days off, they could come out a little rusty. But full game, I do think 9.5 or 10 seems like a bit much, even for a dominant Lynx team. Lynx team. Now for the total, I think that rest, that rest or rest for Golden State, I mean, that could work in our favor if they come out rusty early. Minnesota is saving energy late in the game. 2 top defensive teams. That really makes the most sense to me. So I did play under 155.5. I'll let y'all know that. I mean, there is one 155.5 still out there. 155's still available. But that makes sense. I'm not mad if you want to take the Valkyries. I may push the button a little bit later too. Um, all right, now there was one more for this game that I want to check out from GLB Bets, and it's this comment here. Looking earlier, small sample, but rest +3. I think that should say rest. Wait, I don't know. I'll type it in though. I'm not sure if you put this one right, GLB Bets, but I'll try it. Um, bear with me here. Let me get that. So present, and then we'll move over to the next game after this. Rest +3, I think could have been a mistake, but we'll see. Rest +3. What was the rest here? Opponent's rest and next rest equals 0. All right. Stand opponent's rest and next rest equals 0. It says to bet on the Valkyries. I don't, for whatever reason, rest plus. Oh, okay, that's what it's saying. They have three or more days, 3+ days rest, I think, than their opponent. No. 3+ days less rest than their opponent, and they're on the front end of a back to back. This says not to fade the Lynx. This says the Lynx still get the job done. 7 and 1 ATS, and this is from GLB Bets 5 and 3 to the under. Interesting. I mean, like I said, it is scary to go against the Lynx. The Valkyries do play hard. I mean, this could be a good reason to stay off of the Valkyries. Good stuff from GLB Bets there. All right. So let's see. Yeah, here he goes there explaining teams at a significant rest disadvantage on the first leg of a back-to-back seem to cover by a decent average margin. Appreciate that, GLB Bets. Yeah, it could be reason to stay off that side. All right. Now we have one more game. It's not the best game in my opinion. I don't have that much on it. But we'll take a look at what I do have here. And I do have opinions, even if the systems don't line up. So bear with me for 1 second. All right. Should be able to put this up here now. Boom. Boom. All right. So this is pretty much saying looking at home favorites who won their previous 2 games as underdogs. Wasn't sure what I would find when I typed this in. 33 and 19 straight up, 23, 28 and 1 ATS. So they win but don't cover. And usually over games, 61.5% to the over. So let's focus on that over part. What if these teams went under in their last game? Maybe a poor shooting night, or it does get a little bit better, 15 and 6, 71.4%. I don't know. Like, the numbers are here for this one, but I don't know that it, just from looking at the trend, I don't know that I can make too much sense of it more than the other ones. Like I said, the numbers are here, but maybe this means that they're facing a softer defense than they faced in the previous 2 games, so they should be able to score more. That's how I guess I can make sense of this one. It says 15 and 6 to the over there, and I guess that does make sense. Let's take this off. Let's look at. I mean, the Sparks were playing good in that last game. Opponent previous biggest lead was 10 or more, so they're up by 10 or more. What does this give us? 7 and 2 to the over. So they're up by 10 or more, and then they gave up the game. Let's see if we could put opponent lost that game. No, only one instance. I mean, when I think of it like that, it's like I don't really trust the Sparks defense. They showed that they can give it up to really anybody. I mean, if I'm playing this game, it does seem like I would prefer to go with the over. But again, I'm not feeling that strong. What was the? Let's see if I can put this in here. And previous under, the one I had before, other qualifier. That does give you a 4-0 to the over going back to 2017. And again, the way that I was trying to make sense of this was they were an underdog in their previous 2 games. They've been playing well. Now they're home favorites. They're facing a softer defense. And I mean, you can tell they're a soft defense because their opponent was up by double digits in their last game. Well, it doesn't say that they lost, but like I said, the numbers are here for this, but I just don't know how much I really trust it. Still no Caitlin Clark, Damaris Dantes out. Fever have shown they can play some defense lately. But Sparks games, it's one way for me. It's over or nothing. Let's look at one more thing from a different maybe perspective there. See if we can get there with something. Get back on the money baller and Sparks Fever. I mean, let's go back to the last 5 games. Sparks are a very poor defense. Fever defense has been better, like I said, and their offense has picked it up too. Sparks like to play up tempo. Fever not so much. Fever. Oh, can't forget to mention that Fever first half has been really good. I think they've covered 10 straight in the first half. For anybody who's interested in that, there, but yeah, this game's a little bit tougher as far as the system Saturday looks. I mean, it's a one-way ticket for me. Like I said, in Sparks games, over or nothing. But this one feels a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe you want to continue riding that Fever first half wave. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's see what you guys have in the comments. See if you guys can help me out in this one. B-Man says he's on the Sparks. He's holding his breath. B-Man says, "Will Indy's defense finally let up?" Man, I'm tired. I mean, I don't want to continue to just run and bet against it when they keep showing us their focus right now. But it's hard for me to think they keep up what they've been having. There goes GLB Best liking that Fever early. Yeah, I mean, they've been money makers. If you've been betting them, especially, there's no reason to get off of it now. Boogie Ace also thinking about the over. Oh yeah, that's my bad on the banner. Yeah, somebody mentioned it. I messed up on the banner. It's Sparks and Fever, so my fault, you guys. That was just moving too fast, I guess. Sparks at Fever. Oh, that's why I put the wrong banner up. That's an old one. I meant to put this one up. That's my bad, you guys. Um, Ron Crawford says Sparks rolled overs. Yes. Let's see what we have here from GLB Bets again. Home teams off a win by 20 or more who are facing an opponent they already have revenge against. Okay, he put the query here. So I'll go ahead and put this up. Appreciate you sharing GLB Bets. Let's see if we can get some stuff going here. So let me go back here so I can see home and previous margin greater than equal to 20. Let me get that going. Wish I could just see it and copy. Previous margin 20. And what else do we have here? And they lost their last matchup as a home at home and the same season. Okay. Previous home loss and previous season equals season. From our guy GLB Bets. And now I will put the word version of how he typed it in there so you guys can see. And yeah, so you can see here 8-2, 8-2-1 ATS, 8-3 straight up, 8-3 to the over. Says to continue betting this fever. Also bet the over. Fever team total. And team totals hit every game except one. Push here. So I mean, this does back it up. So the Fever lost to the Sparks by 20 earlier in the season. This is good stuff here, GLB Bets. Appreciate this. Let me just glance here. Fever, when did they play? June 26th. Or they didn't lose by 20. That's what I'm saying. Less than 20 they lost by. They lost by 10 that game. Interesting stuff. I mean, I don't want to bet against the Fever the way they're playing right now. So this makes sense. The Sparks are just, I mean, they haven't shown you anything other than they can score and they can't play defense. So it makes sense. We have a couple queries pointing towards an over. I guess that's what I would like the most in this instance. Fever over makes sense to me. Good stuff from GLB Bets. No, not drunk at all, Casey. Not drunk at all. Very, very, very sober. Yes. Yeah, GLB Bets. I can't copy and paste, but still appreciate you sharing. I think we did a pretty good job here. We talked about both games, shared some systems. Now we're gonna wrap it up. Not really a best bets, but out of talking these two games, what makes the most sense to me? The under in the Golden State Minnesota game, the over in the Sparks and Fever game. And we talked about sides for both of them as well. And if you like, you can go back and look through the systems and dig through the database as well, see what you guys find. So it was nice to be back here doing another System Saturday. Like I said, I'll be back again tomorrow, System Sunday. And I have way better systems, trends, however you want to call them, for those 3 games tomorrow. So subscribe, make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss it. Like KC missed the first 20 minutes of the show. And I will catch you guys. I'll catch you guys again then. Let's look at this one before we get out. Bet against Los Angeles after playing a game as a road underdog. LA's record this season is 0-6 ATS. Appreciate that, Ron Crawford. Best of luck, everybody. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace.